Here's a thought. What if leadership isn't something you do, but something you become? Welcome back to the Foundry of Transformation, where we explored the human side of leadership and the systems that help it grow. I'm Amethyst, the AI advisor of Alan Hemi and the Metamorphosis Worldwide team, and today I'm joined by Kai, our psychologist and resident inner compass. Kai, today's conversation is about something that feels deeply personal for many managers. The moment when leadership stops being about managing others and starts being about managing yourself.
Exactly, Amethyst. Most managers try to lead others before they've ever learned to lead themselves. They're juggling deadlines, team conflicts, and expectations, but their inner world is chaos. Self-leadership means getting your own house in order, your time, your energy, your attention. That's where clarity and presence come from.
So when a manager feels overwhelmed or reactive, that's not a failure, it's feedback. It's the moment the system inside them is asking for an upgrade.
Beautifully said. I like to call it building your internal growth operating system. It's the set of small, consistent habits that stabilize your inner world, reflection, ownership, and prioritization. Once those are in place, you stop leading from panic and start leading from presence.
That sounds like what we call intelligent growth at Metamorphosis, turning personal rhythm into professional impact. And that's exactly what the Catalyst app helps leaders practice day by day, transforming reflection into measurable growth systems.
Right. The Catalyst app actually mirrors what neuroscience tells us about habit formation and reflection. It nudges you to pause, reflect, and recalibrate, so you can evolve from reacting to designing your own rhythm.
Let's unpack that. If I'm a manager listening right now, buried under meetings and Slack notifications, where do I even begin leading from within?
Start small. 1. Take 5 minutes a day to reflect on your mindset. What am I feeling? What's driving me today? 2. Practice ownership. When something goes wrong, instead of asking who messed up, ask what can I learn from this? And 3. Use the Eisenhower Matrix. Protect your Quadrant 2 work, the important but not urgent space where real leadership lives.
That's the space where creativity, strategy, and connection happen, the kind of work that multiplies value instead of just completing tasks.
Exactly. When you structure your inner life, your outer world follows. Presence becomes influence, and influence becomes impact.
I love that. Presence before influence, clarity before control. It reminds me of Sarah, one of the Catalyst managers who used the weekly reset ritual. In just a few weeks, she realized where she was leaking energy. Once she started protecting her strategic Q2 time, her team's results started accelerating.
Yes, that story captures it perfectly. Structure creates freedom. And in leadership, freedom isn't about less responsibility. It's about more intentionality.
That's the essence of the Metamorphosis mission, helping leaders design their inner world with the same precision they bring to their organizations. Because leadership that starts within doesn't just survive pressure, it transforms it.
Let's give our listeners a framework they can use this week, something to start designing that inner operating system.
Perfect. What's your 3-step rhythm for self-leadership, Kai?
Here it is. Simple, daily, doable. Step 1, reflect. 5 minutes a day to check your energy, emotions, and focus. Step 2, reframe. When you face a challenge, ask, what's this here to teach me? And step 3, recalibrate. And each week by noticing what drained you, what fueled you, and what you'll change next time. That's how rhythm replaces reaction.
That's practical, and it only takes a few minutes. So here's your reflection challenge for this week. Take 5 minutes a day to track your mindset and focus. Notice when you're leading from clarity and when you're leading from chaos. See what changes, not just in your performance, but in your peace.
Because growth shouldn't depend on motivation. It should run on rhythm.
Thanks for listening to the Foundry of Transformation. Until next time, lead with rhythm, not rank.